Hi, I'm Lynette, and I'm here to read a book for you. It's called Going to the Potty. It's by Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Do you remember Mr. Rogers? When he would come inside the studio, open the door, and he sings that song, It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day for beauty. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? I'm not going to sing the whole song. But I sang the song on this karaoke app called Smule. And it's a very good app to learn the lyrics of different songs. And I happened to be a Mr. Rogers fan. I remember growing up watching every episode and learning how things are made, like crayons and wooden shoes. And I also had visited in Pittsburgh. I went on vacation over there with my boyfriend, and we decided to go to the Heinz History Center. And we see the Mr. Rogers neighborhood section where there's some props there, like all of his, some of his puppets, and also the castle, and also the tree. So I'm going to read to you about going to the potty. When babies are little, there are many things they can't do by themselves. So here's a picture of the baby. Sorry about the lighting, it's a little dark. They're greeting the baby and playing with the baby. Do you have a baby brother or sister? Or maybe you have a baby niece or nephew that you visit, or they visit you, and you play different games, and you start to tickle them and say Gucci Gucci Goo, and they start laughing. So they can't get dressed by themselves. Babies, they can't even eat by themselves. And there are lots of things that moms and dads need to do for them, like changing their clothes, their diapers, or maybe and feeding them each day, giving them some warm milk, and giving them a bath. Babies wear diapers. Some diapers are made of cloth, and some are made of paper and plastic, and sometimes they feel warm and dry. And so there are a few different types of diapers. They're the ones that you throw away, or the ones that you just put them in the wash and is used for next time. And if you wear diapers, you know how good they can feel. Some can feel really warm, and some can just feel really dry. So here are pictures of these three babies wearing different types of diapers. See the two girls here, and then you have a little boy, baby, in his diaper. And babies always look cute. Sometimes diapers get wet and messy and have to be changed. Paper diapers get thrown away. But cloth diapers get washed and used again. Changing diapers is another way moms and dads take care of their children. So here's the daddy changing the baby's diaper. And then here's the mommy putting away the cloth diaper in the wash. When babies grow older, they begin to do lots of things by themselves. They learn how to feed themselves and how to wash and get dressed. They learn new ways to play too. Sometimes they like to make pictures with crayons or with their hands. You see, here's a picture of the baby playing using handprint, using what do you call it? Um, Using paint and rubbing on the paper. And then here's the baby eating, and another baby learning to put on her shoes. You know, kids learn very fast these days. Sometimes they like to play in special places with water or sand. Are you learning to do some of these things? Here's one child is playing in the sand here. Do you like playing in the sand? Or maybe doing hand painting, just rubbing the hand and just rubbing the water paint. I mean the paint on the paper. It's always fun to do that. Something else children learn as they grow is how to urinate and make bowel movements. They call it BMs in the toilet instead of their diapers. Urine and BMs come out of our bodies. They're things our bodies don't need. So every time when we eat, we usually go to the bathroom afterwards. And sometimes our mommies and dads ask us, do you have to use the bathroom? And those are just wastes that we get rid of. Do you have a special names for them? It can take a long time for children to feel ready to use a toilet, just the way older children and grown-ups do. Do you ever feel the need when you go to the bathroom or to the potty as a kid, or maybe your children would like to read a book or read a newspaper or look at pictures and from a comic book or something while you're waiting on the toilet for everything to come out? That's why moms and dads might like to give them a special kind of chair to begin with. It could be a seat that fits on the toilet. Do you have a special seat on your toilet? Or does your child have a special seat to put on the toilet so that they can go to the bathroom? It's always nice to have sit on a toilet that fits on your bum, on your butt, yeah, or that you sit on so that you can go to the bathroom. Or do you have like a little potty that when you were a kid, or maybe when children goes on when they have to go? Or it could be a potty chair that sits on the floor and has a little pot underneath. Do you have a chair or seat like that? See, that's what 2-year-olds, 2 or 3-year-olds, when they do their potty training. See, does your children are in potty training now? Some children like to sit right on the toilet seat, but others feel better sitting on something that lets their feet touch the floor. It can take a while to get used to sitting on one of these special seats. At first, it may feel a little hard and cold. That only lasts for a few moments, though, and then it feels fine. See, look at the little girl sitting on the potty. And she's sitting with her mommy, waiting for her to go. But when you're alone, you can bring a toy with you and talk to your toy. Do you have a toy that you talk to when you're alone? When you feel ready, you may be able to urinate and make BMs in the pot under the potty chair, or right in the toilet. Children need to take their time about things like that. Girls and women sit down to urinate and make BMs. See this picture of the girl sitting on the toilet? And this is what girls do when they're on the potty. And this is the boy sitting on his potty. waiting to go. Boys and men often stand up when they urinate, but they always sit down when they make BMs too. See, here's the picture of the boy standing up when he urinates, and then when he has to do BMs, he has to sit down. The same way that women do and the girls do. Learning to wipe yourself clean can be hard at first. Often moms and dads have to help with that for a while. Do you remember, does your children need help with wiping after going to the potty? Or do you remember when you were a little girl or boy doing, with your mommy and daddy doing that to you? See, here's a picture of the little girl and her mom's helping her wipe. Have you ever washed a toilet flush? All that water can make a lot of noise. Toilets are meant to flush away only things we don't need. Do you like to watch? You always watch the toilet flush? Like, I always do that all the time. It's like no matter what as an adult. But when you first start trying to go to the potty, you might find it hard to get there on time. Does that ever happen to you? You ever do you ever, you're like, oh, I gotta go. Oh, sometimes kids miss going to the potty too, and I know when we're children, we always do that. Some children wet or mess in their pants now and then before they really get used to going to the potty. And sometimes accidents happen as a as a child. Yeah, accidents do happen. We end up missing the toilet. But then next time we'll get the hang of it. Learning to stay clean and dry is one way to please your mom and dad and you. So every time when a child wets their pants or do BMs in their underwear, they have to change their clothes, change their underwear, and change their pants. And sometimes it can get on our shirt too, depending on how much. If you ever need to go to the potty when you're away from home, you can always ask the adults with you to help you find a bathroom you can use. So whenever you go to a restaurant, you ask the waitress where the bathroom is. Like this family here, they're at the restaurant and they ask the waitress where the bathroom is, and she's showing them where the bathroom is. It's a good feeling to know that moms and dads like helping their children to grow. But there's so much to learn while we're growing, and everyone needs help from time to time. But soon, you may be wearing underpants and staying dry all day, all night too. And then once you get the hang of going to the potty on time, and you learn how to flush the toilet, wash your hands, and make sure your hands clean, dry, and wiping yourself after going to the bathroom and making that a routine, you can start wearing underwear every day and stay dry.